What is this?
Oh no. Another depressing story? Jeez.
Oh Lord.
Before you know it, you feel like you're right back where you started. Back at home, back to childhood, back to depending on the people who should be depending on you. And you're so defined by what you're not. Never married, never successful, never belonging anywhere, or to anything, that you don't even know who you are. Still, it's strange to be past what feels like the point of no return and still so far from the end. Thanks for coming to get me. I will in the car with you. That's your pops?
Your dad?
Yeah, I think that's your dad, maybe. You were working late. Everyone works. Okay, I gotta choose. Am I supposed to lie about? Alright, everyone works late now. That's not true. And if they don't, somebody else will. And guess what happens then? Yeah, what
Wait,
happens
it's a
then?
sentence. Everyone works late now, and if
Oh
they
yeah,
don't,
it is a
somebody else
sentence.
will.
I find it confusing when games do that sometimes, because sometimes it'll be an option to choose whatever, and it sometimes like this it'll be connected. Like, yeah. Big project. Uh-oh. What you lying about now? What you did? They can't really trust many people with it. Oh, chill. Her mom is old.
Mom's there.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, she know I'm lying. It's that mother's intuition. I understand that I broke the chain, that without creating a future for it, even the closest family will eventually run out of things to talk about. I'll ask a question about some distant relative or a restaurant we haven't been to in a long time, just to break up the rhythm of the rain. But I don't really care, and I don't think they believe I do. The saddest thing, though, is that I think I used to. At least a bit. You just don't see the point. I mean, what does it have to do with you? Literally nothing that goes on around you has anything to do with you at all. You're just a sack of shit dragging yourself around from one day to the next. Can I have a hug, please? Give Sarah a hug. She need a cookie, she need a lottery ticket, she need everything.
She needs a lot of things.
What could you even say about anything that wouldn't make you look like a fool? But still, you have to say something. Even if it means pretending to be something you used to be in order to hide how you no longer feel like you are anybody at all. What are your plans for the weekend? Feign interest in own life.
You're not interested in your own life?
Sorry, what? The weekend. What are you doing? Oh. Sleeping and eating, watching movies I've seen a million times, promising to meet up with people and then never get dressed. Alright, she's not about the Sadies.
I do the last one sometimes.
You're terrible. You know what? Everybody does the first one, so let's just do that. I'll probably get coffee with Claire and Steve. I'm pretty tired though. You know you're a loser when basic questions about what you're doing on the weekend feel like a humiliating interrogation. I feel her on that one a little bit. I'm a loser. Well, maybe you should go somewhere new, meet some new people. No. I have nothing in common with people younger than me. How old are you? I'm embarrassed to be around regular people my own age, and everyone older than me weirds me the fuck out. Do you think if I choose one of these, she'll tell me how old she is?
I doubt it, because you know how women are in games.
No, yeah, that is true. Yeah, you're right. I should see if anything is going on in the city. I really miss going to concerts. Sometimes we'll pull up next to a car at an intersection, and I'll look over to see another 38-year-old woman. Oh, she's 38.
Okay, there you go.
One who isn't sitting in the backseat of a car being driven by her elderly parents. She'll seem powerful, yelling and waving her arms at somebody on some kind of conference call. Or dressed up, looking like she's heading out for the night. We're listening to her kids tell her about what they did at school. But as soon as she looks back, I look away. I don't want to see the type of person I wish I could be. See me wishing I could be them. She looked good for 38 though.
Yeah, I thought she was like 29 tops.
And worst of all is how the space and silence should be. My life gets filled up with guilt instead. Filled with the unspoken sound of how much they've done for me. How much they've sacrificed so that I could be somebody. And here I am. And sure, I could tell you I love them for it. But what would it matter if I did? There isn't a single thing my love can do. I won't survive without my parents, but at least they're the only people who even care if I'm alive. You can't have less to lose than that.
This is a long drive.
This is a very, you didn't even go anywhere. I'm looking at the same background for the past 20 minutes. What did you eat today? Helpless. Treat me like I'm helpless. And I couldn't ask if I wanted to. I'm starving. Yeah, she look hungry. She need a cheeseburger. Now they put some bacon on that cheeseburger. I had a salad with chicken and a granola bar. Well, we have leftovers if you want. Or you're gonna eat? Oh.
She gonna go home and smack them leftovers up.
I thought she said alright, and I'm like, alright, you're gonna eat a little bit of something? And then she lied. She said maybe a bit. See, yeah, she looked incredibly old. I guess it's just because of the Sprite style. Hold on a second.
Oh, what's going on?
The way he said that, what does he know? What could he know? Is something wrong? We need to talk. A relapse. Relapse. What is that from? What is that for again?
That's a good question. I'll search the word for you.
Cancer?
I don't think so. Relapse.
But she seemed fine. She was never fine when it came back. My sister. Well, she has a sister. Must be my
it means
sister.
someone suffering from a disease suffer deterioration after a period of improvement. So mom could be sick.
Yeah, well, she did look a little sick, but she's older, so. I want to know about the sister, though. Dad, stop being cryptic. Just tell me. Your mother is worried. About what? What happened with her this time? The way he exhales now. The moment he even thinks about her. Your sister is beyond being worried about Sarah. Mom is worried about you. Jesus Christ, he knew I would think it was a relapse. He always does this, says half of something, and pretends it's just his personality. I'm fine. She thinks you work too much.
What?
Aren't you a bit too old to be worried about that, though? Okay, like...
Where did the first one come from?
I don't even know.
Like...
And see, here's the thing, though. I'm like, Sarah's 38. That's way too old to be worrying about that. Like, I can understand if you're a parent and you think like your 10-year-old is like I don't know how to word it, but like, because then you're like, oh, maybe it's time to like have a talk or something. But 38, like, or oh my, look at the second
What?
one. Or not enough of one to find somebody in the first place. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I don't know what that means. It means she wants you to be happy. I do too. You making me cry a little bit on the inside. That your happiness is more important to her than anything else. And she's dying. Is that what you have to add? The
Jesus,
unsaid thing always, with all that weight it carries. I'm trying. And your sister. You know she's going to need your help. Okay, what's good with my sister? And you know it won't be easy. If you had somebody that you could turn to when things got tough with her, it might make all the difference. He always says this knowing I'll defend her. He wants to hear somebody do it, even if he feels like he can't. She doesn't need me as much as you think she does. She's more capable than you know. She is. You've always been just like me. You're strong, you don't complain, and you've never been afraid of responsibility. Boy, you don't know how wrong you are. But sometimes I think you can't see that there's more to being strong than being on your own. This has got to be something more than my romantic life. But what and why now? What you don't see is that I would have never been strong enough to take care of everything without your mother, or your sister, or you. I know I make it seem that way. It isn't that way at all. It's family, Sarah. Family. Anyway, I think that's what your mother wanted you to know. Where did she go anyway? Is that it? I couldn't tell by the way he locked eyes with me in the rear view. Was it intimidation? Fear? Pity? It's hard to read your parents as people. You don't want to do it, no matter how old you get. You want to believe nothing could shake them. No, that isn't it. But there's more. I have to tell you something important. And I don't want you to say anything about it to your mom. How much you want to bet he's either going to say he's a secret agent or he's about to die?
Or he's cheating, but I don't believe that one.
Okay, I thought about the cheating one, and I'm like, nah, you not getting around that much.
I think he has to be either dying or some other depressing thing, because it's gonna be depressing.
Not yet. Okay, so he will tell her eventually. Cancer. That was what got his mom. Heart failure, grandpa, Alzheimer's. Cancer, heart failure, or Alzheimer's?
I want to say Alzheimer's. If it's the whole family, you might have it.
What's all with his family? You think he has it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just tell me. We can't afford to take care of his sister anymore. Is she in the hospital or something? What happened to her? What's the deal with her?
Yeah, they don't mention her. Like,
what did she do?
Too much.
It isn't just her. The medication costs her mom. They just keep going up. What else did they put her on? I don't even know anymore. Between the two of them, it's a mountain. And are they even helping? Is there any point? Not that you can ask that. I'm sure they're helping if the doctors say so. We'll get through it. Your sister does not listen to me, Sarah. Do you think they're like full-blooded sisters or half-sisters, step-sisters? Like one's adopted
sister,
maybe?
yeah, I feel like she adopted and like something happened to her and now she's just like all over the place.
Hmm. At the very least, I need you to get her to stop buying whatever she feels like off the internet.
Amazon.
I'm not trying to pitch you against her, but if she doesn't knock it off, we won't have any choice but to start charging you rent. So I live with them, okay? It's the last thing I want to do. I know you're working your tail off trying to get your life back on track, but things are that serious. So she was on her own before, and maybe if you can put it to her like that, if she knows how hard you're working to rebuild, maybe some of that attitude will rub off on her. Maybe. I mean it, Sarah. You've done everything you could, despite how tough things are out there. I know how much it must have hurt to move home and rent out your condo. Oh, you had a condo? Okay. She actually sold it. I was renting it myself for a roommate you never met. Oh boy. Until I couldn't even afford to do that anymore. I bet you that roommate is the cause of why she's stressed out. I don't miss it. I was lonely there. But you still own it. And this is still Toronto. And you've still got the equity from the down payment plus all of the years you paid into the mortgage. I borrowed against all the equity? Damn. Not to mention how much of the profit I had to use to sell it, all of which is long. What did you spend all that money on?
That's what I want to know.
Because if you have a condo, that's a pretty big building. And you own that. So you're leasing it to multiple people.
Where did all that money go?
Yeah, I'm sure the appreciation on it is still going strong. I checked a while ago. I think about all these kids your age. She's 38. I read about in the paper. The ones who not only didn't save, but got buried under mountains of debt that they never should have taken on in the first place. $29,000 on your credit card, near $9,000 in income taxes, and $3,000 in sales tax I never remitted. This chick owns almost $50,000. Yeah, it isn't worth it to pay off all that interest anyways. Exactly.
Wait, so that's the money she has?
No, okay.
Or is it the money?
She is nearly $50,000 in debt in multiple places. And we've been paying off your sister's nonsense for years, but not once have you ever come to us to borrow anything. With that kind of money, that was what I was going to do tonight. Oh, that's what she was about to tell the truth about. Because I'm officially at the end of every rope. The only thing I ever had was too much pride to tell you. I couldn't live with myself if I screwed up your retirement. You and Mom worked so hard for everything you have. So have you. You get up in the morning, you get dressed, and you do it. You do the work. I know they've never appreciated you the way they should, but they will. You're too good to ignore. Who is they?
Yeah, I want to know who this they she keeps mentioning.
I lost my job 2 months. Okay, so she didn't even have a job. So I had to sit in a path cafe all day dressed for interviews. Jobs with hundreds of applicants who are far more exploitable. Okay.
So she doesn't have a job. She just kind of shows around.
I guess so. As long as I'm getting paid something, I can manage. Being noticed isn't always for the best, though. Is she a prostitute?
I hope not.
Well, if they don't come around, somebody else will. And I'm hoping that your sister will too. She needs... She needs to more than anybody. I can't help her. I can't help you. I can't help anyone. I'll do my best. You always have. Jeez, where was the mom at all this time?
What?
Or did they already get there and she went upstairs and they're just talking outside of the building?
Yeah, they're probably just talking in the car.
You know, I'm proud of you, Sarah.
They just left her there?
She's about to kill herself. I feel so bad for this chick.
If that's how they end it, oh my god.
No, there has to be more than this.